A disappointing result for the Reds last night, as we failed to see off Everton in the last ever Merseyside derby at Goodison Park. After the game, Captain Van Dijk launched a scathing attack on the referee as he ruthlessly destroys him after his performance officiating the game. We will discuss this in today's video, whilst going over all the latest Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so as always, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Virgil van Dijk had strong words for referee Michael Oliver after Liverpool's 2-2 draw with Everton, insisting the official didn't have the game under control. Oliver's fingerprints were all over the final Merseyside derby at Goodison Park, and, not for the first time this season, not in a positive way. The referee struggled to keep up with the pace of the game, and his attempts to manage the tie left both sides frustrated. That was felt heavily by Liverpool, with Oliver awarding a soft free kick for Everton's opener, denying a clear foul on Mohamed Salah when 2-1 up late on, and ignoring a shove on Ibrahima Konate before James Tarkowski's equaliser. He then sent off Arne Slot, assistant Sipka Hulshoff, Curtis Jones and Abdoulaye Doucouré during ugly scenes after full time, with Van Dijk giving his opinion during an interview with TNT Sports.
Virgil, the derby, it was always going to be feisty. How do you sum that one up?
Yeah, listen, intense. It was always going to be intense. Obviously, a lot of battles, and yeah, I think, yeah, obviously it's very disappointing to lose it. Obviously, in the last second of the game, or even over extra time. But yeah, listen, it is what it is. It's not easy to accept it, especially in the matter how. But we take it and we go on.
With the way the game ended, does it feel like a loss?
Yes, a little bit, I think, because I think it was over extra time. I think the inevitable is coming, but I think the referee had a big part in the game today in terms of certain challenges were given a foul and similar didn't. But in the end, it's just disappointing to concede in the last. A very good strike, actually, but a very disappointing one.
What did they do to make it so difficult for you out there?
I think they do the same things that they always do. They're very direct, fight for the first ball, second ball, and obviously we all know that this is their cup final, and they will try to do everything in their power to make it difficult and try and win from us. And we've seen it last year how difficult they made it, and this year you see them scoring in the end. You know, it's obviously a big boost for them, but it's a blow for us.
Speaking of intense, just the final moments of the game, there were a few red cards out on the pitch. Talk us through what you saw and what you can tell us about what happened out there.
Obviously, you know, they saw how they celebrated the goal with all, you know, they have all the right to. But I think Doucouré in the end wanted to provoke our friends. I think that was what I saw, and Curtis didn't think that was the right thing to do. And then obviously, you know what happens when someone is, when there is a little tussle, or how do you want to call it. I think the ref didn't have the game under control, in my opinion. I said it to him. I don't know what it is, but it is a fact, and both teams had to deal with it. But yeah, listen, it is what it is. Like I said, take the point and move on.
Appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you
very much.
Though Everton will come away from the derby with a much more positive feeling, the context of the result is still in Liverpool's favour, given they are 7 points clear at the top of the table. Van Dijk summed it up when he said, "We all know that this is their cup final, with perspective required for the title favourites. They did the same things they always do. They're very direct. Fight for the first ball, second ball," the Dutchman said. Obviously, we all know that this is their cup final, and they will try to everything in their power to make it difficult and try to win from us. We saw it last year how difficult they made it, and this year you see them scoring at the end. It's obviously a big boost for them and a blow for us. That was of course not aided by Oliver's input, with Van Dijk adding, "I think the referee had a big part in the game today, in terms of certain challenges were given as fouls and similar weren't." What do you make of the skipper's comments? Let me know down below. Now in other news, Arne Slot did not hold his usual post-match interviews, including a debrief with the press, following the dramatic ending to Liverpool's 2-2 draw at Everton. Slot has earned a reputation as a straight talker since taking over as Liverpool head coach, and his approach to press conferences has made him a favourite with the media. But the Dutchman did not hold his usual interviews with broadcasters or attend a press conference following Wednesday's 2-2 draw in the derby. That comes after Slot was shown a red card for his exchange with referee Michael Oliver during ugly scenes at the full-time whistle. Curtis Jones confronted Everton midfielder Abdoulaye Doucouré for celebrating in front of the away fans, and that led to a tussle involving a number of players from both sides, split up by stewards and police. Slot was sent off after shaking Oliver's hand, presumably following choice words with the official, with assistant Zipka Hulshoff also dismissed. Hulshoff's red card meant neither he nor Slot were obliged to fulfill media duties according to Premier League guidelines, per the Premier League's handbook for 2024/25. No player or manager who has been sent off in a league match or is suspended for a league match will be required to be made available for interview during or after that league match. In such circumstances, the media obligations relating to a club's manager shall be fulfilled by the club's assistant manager or another senior member of its coaching staff. That would suggest Liverpool could have put third in command John Heitinga forward for their press conference, but chose not to. There was no immediate reaction from Slot regarding the officiating of Oliver or the nature of the game in general, with a number of fouls ignored by the referee, including one on Ibrahima Konate in the build-up to James Tarkowski's equaliser. The next opportunity for the assembled media to speak with Slot will be on Friday, when Liverpool host their press conference at the AXA training centre ahead of the visit of Wolves on Sunday. As it stands, Slot, Hulshoff and Jones will all miss the clash with Wolves, with Heitinga expected to serve as stand-in head coach unless Liverpool appeal those red cards. Finally, Arne Slot made 10 changes to his Liverpool lineup for the final Goodison Park derby, with his starting lineup against Everton making history for the club. When Liverpool released their team sheet an hour and 15 minutes before kickoff in the Merseyside derby, Luis Diaz was confirmed as the only player retained from the weekend. Alisson, Conor Bradley, Ibrahima Konate, Virgil van Dijk, Andy Robertson, Ryan Gravenberch, Dominic Szoboszlai, Alexis Mac Allister, Mohamed Salah and Cody Gakpo all returned after missing the FA Cup loss at Plymouth. There was no place for Trent Alexander-Arnold, the returning right-back instead starting the game on the bench. And with Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott and Jarell Quansah also limited to substitute roles, Slot's starting lineup made club history. Per Opta's Michael Reed, it is the first time Liverpool have named a starting lineup for a top-flight fixture without a single English player. It comes with Bradley and Robertson, the only representatives of the UK, with 3 starters from South America, 1 from Africa, and the remaining 5 from elsewhere in Europe. There is therefore no Scouser in the team for Liverpool, though Slot can turn to both Alexander-Arnold and Jones from the bench. Everton midfielder James Garner, who was born in Birkenhead, is the only local player to start the final derby at Goodison Park. David Moyes has started 4 English players, with Garner joined by Jordan Pickford, James Tarkowski and Jarrad Branthwaite, while 5 more are on his bench. Alexander-Arnold and Jones are the only English players to clock 1,000 or more minutes for Liverpool so far this season, with 10 more making at least 1 appearance. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching, I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for more Liverpool content. Thank you, I'll see you in the next video.